If you're running a business 2024, you're probably spending way too much time on social media. And I'm not talking about scrolling, I'm talking about the process of creating content and the endless cycle of posts, scheduling posts, and trying to stay consistent across all platforms. And the worst part is that you're already making fire content in your newsletter. It's just sitting there waiting to be distributed to all different platforms. And that's why today I'm revealing this one automation that's going to turn your newsletter posts into 14 days of content for each and every single text-based social media platform. Now, this isn't just another social media scheduling tool where you have to click a bunch of buttons, upload files. This automation does it for you hands-free. All you do is that you set it up. With this setup I'm going to provide you with today, and you set it for the time frames that you want it to post for, and it's going to do that on autopilot. This smart system understands your voice, knows that it works on every single social media platform, and keeps your social presence active so that you can focus on more important parts of your life, whether it be your personal life or maybe it be different operations in your business. By the end of this video, you're going to learn how to extract the best key points from your newsletter posts, how to turn them into platform specific posts that actually get engagement, and build an automated system that works for you while you sleep. So without any further ado, let's learn something new. I'm going to show you how this works. Alright, so first thing we'll be doing is that we're going to be logging into Make. I've left a link in the description below. You're going to sign up using that link down below, and you're going to either get started for free or log in. I already have an account, so I'm going to log in. Alright, so now that we're in, we're going to click on Create New Scenario over there in the top right. Then we're going to add a Google Sheets module like this over here, and we're going to select Watch New Rows. Now, what you want to do is that you want to log into your Google Sheets account, which is actually just your Google account. All you do is click on Add over here, and then click on Sign in with Google, and then you just click on your account and you follow the necessary steps to move forward. I'll just go through it now. You click on your account, and you click on Continue, and you click on Allow. And then connection has been created. And for this Google Sheets module, you want to select the search method to search by path. You want it to be in your Drive spreadsheet ID. Before you select spreadsheet ID, so you're going to want to have a Google Sheet like this over here. If you want this Google Sheets along with everything else in this automation that we're building out, you can find it in the link in description below. I repeat, everything is going to be in the link in description below for this automation that we're going to be building out. You just have to fill out the form and you'll get it for completely free. So yeah, with that being said, let's hop back into Make. Now that we have our Google Sheets, my Google Sheet is called Newsletter Automation. We're going to look for the spreadsheet ID. We're going to click here to choose File, and then we're going to search Newsletter Automation, and then it shows up over there. And then the sheet name, we're going to be selecting Sheet 1 because this spreadsheet is on Sheet 1, so we're going to be selecting Sheet 1 for that. And then now that we're back in Make, we're going to leave this as is. Table contains headers, yes. Row with headers A1 to Z1, yes. That just tells Make from where like the data is going to be stored. I just leave it like this as default in case I want to add things to the spreadsheet. And then we're going to set the limit to 1 so that it watches for one row with each time this automation starts to run. And then for ID, we're going to set this to all for now. And yeah, so basically, let's just go over a few definitions so that you guys can understand what I'm saying, and I'm not just speaking in total computer turbo nerd terms that you guys don't understand. From this point on, a scenario is the process we're going to be automating. For example, the process we are automating is turning a newsletter into a social media post. That is our current scenario right now. That's the scenario that we're building out, which is essentially the automation. If we wanted to automate the process of creating and uploading a newsletter, that would be an entirely different process, aka a different scenario. The second definition you need to know is a module. A module is basically the connection between the app and make. And then an operation is a specific action that's involved in the automation scenario that doesn't require a third party connection. So I just want you guys to be familiar with these terms because I'm going to be using them throughout this video. So without any further ado, let's continue to learn something new. All right, so now that we've added everything we need to the Google Sheets, we're going to just type in some data into the Google Sheets. So I'm going to get some of my newsletter posts just to test it and to see if it works. All right, so I'm going to paste the title over here and then the content, I'm going to paste that here as well in the content segment. Then the newsletter link, I'm just going to copy the link to this Google spreadsheet. And just click out of that, click in the newsletter link, and I copy the link to the spreadsheet. I just left it as is. Everything is here in the Google spreadsheet. So now let's just hop back into making tests to see if this works. So what we're going to do to test if this works, I'm going to right click and we're going to click on choose way to start. We're going to choose manually and then we're going to click on the newsletter that we recently entered. I'm going to click on OK and then we're going to click on run once. And then there we go. It's been successful. As you can see, the newsletter link is there. The content is there. Now that that's done, we can now head over to the next part of it, which is getting an operation. So because we're going to be uploading this to multiple different platforms, we're going to want to have something, a tool that's going to take it from Google Sheets and take all the data and distribute it across multiple different platforms. So it's going to be for LinkedIn, X. So we're going to add an operation called a router. And then from that router operation, we're going to add ChatGPT and we're going to create a completion prompt. I'm going to click on that. Let me just delete this over here. Now, this is where it gets complicated because creating a ChatGPT connection isn't the same as creating a Google Sheets connection. I'm going to run you through how you do a ChatGPT connection now so that you don't struggle because I know I struggled with this entire process of creating a ChatGPT connection. So to create a ChatGPT connection, you're going to click on add over here. And as you can see, there were an API key and an organization ID. What you're going to do is that you're going to head over to platform.openai.com. I'm going to have it somewhere in this video. And it's also going to be in the documentation in the link in description. Just fill out the form and you'll get access to that. And you're going to sign up for an account, obviously. You're going to do the whole login process. Once you've logged in, you're going to come to the dashboard over here. You're going to go straight to API keys. You're going to click on create a new secret key. And then you're going to name it make automation for newsletter. Make automation for newsletter. That's what I'm going to call it for now. Leave it at default project. And then you're going to click on create secret key. You're going to copy it. And then you're going to paste it in make. Oops. And then you're going to hit save. And then that way you've already connected your make account to ChatGPT using the ChatGPT module. And then for the create a prompt completion method, I like to go with this one, create a chat completion GPT and O1 models. I'll leave it like that. For the model, we're gonna go for ChatGPT 4.0. Latest system, I just find this one to be the best. And then the next part is obviously going to be the prompt section. So for the role, we're going to select user and the text content of the message. This is where you fill in the prompts. I'm gonna go get my prompt now. So as you can see, I've got a really long prompt over here. So if you want this, you'll find this in the resources in the link in description. I'm gonna copy this and then paste it into make. Okay, now that we've done that, we're gonna leave the image input blank. For max completion tokens, we're gonna keep that at, let's keep it at 600. Also, by the way, for the max completion tokens, I want to make you aware that you need to have ChatGPT tokens to be able to run this automation, and unfortunately, you have to pay for those. You're gonna hop back into your ChatGPT dashboard. You can find that at platform.openai.com. I mentioned this earlier. You're going to go to this gear icon over here next to your profile picture. You're going to click on settings. And then on the left hand side, you're going to see this option called billing. You're going to want to add credit to your balance. And to add credit to your balance, you want to have a card on file in ChatGPT. That means if you have like the pro subscription, don't worry about adding a card because ChatGPT already has your card on file. So if you have like the ChatGPT Pro version, which is currently at the time of this recording, it's about $20 every single month. If you have that, then you should be sorted. You just have to click on add credit to balance. And if you don't have that, you want to add your card here and then add about $5 to $10 of credit to be able to run this automation every single month. I just wanted to point that out to you so that you know what happens. I currently have $3. I put in about $10 earlier this month, and that has been working for me so far with this operation. So yeah, you're gonna set the completion tokens over here, the max completion tokens to 600. This basically tells ChatGPT how long the output, which is actually the message, the summary of the content, the summary of a newsletter should be. So there's a whole nerdy process that comes to calculating how much each token is worth. But generally, what I've heard from other people is that like characters, 4 characters or 4 words, I can't remember, is equal to 1 token. That's what I wanted to make you aware of. We like to limit it to that, so it's not giving us out entire essays, it's giving us bite-sized social media posts. After that, you're going to want to add another module, and this is we're going to be connecting the social media platforms. We're going to start off with Facebook pages. We're going to go to create a post. So then you're going to add your Facebook account, and you're going to click on my Facebook connection, click on save. Then it's going to redirect you over here. Just waiting for this to load, and then you just log in. You click on continue. It's pretty simple. It's like Google Sheets. It's very simple. All you do is fill in your Facebook details, and then yeah, it will be connected for you. As you can see, my connection is there, and then you select your page that you're going to be posting to, and the message, which is going to be the output from ChatGPT. So what you're going to do is that you're going to go to this ChatGPT selection over here. You're going to click on choices. You're going to click this little arrow next to choices. Then you're going to click on the message, and then you're going to click on content, which is basically going to be the output, which is basically going to be the summary of your newsletter. Then you're going to click on OK, and then we're going to test run this bad boy. But first, let me pull up my Facebook page. So as you can see, here's my Facebook page. Uh, no posts have been made. There's only been like 1 post. So I'm going to reload it so you guys can see it. There's literally been no post made on this Facebook page except for one reel. And I was testing it back in the day, which was like 3 weeks back. So it's not really that back in the day. It's just, yeah. On October 29 was the last post that I made. Now I'm hopping back into Make. I'm going to share the tab and I'm going to run this auto. Okay, first I have to go here, click on choose where to start, choose manually, and then I'm going to choose this over here. I'm going to click on OK, and then I'm going to click on run this once. I'm going to let all these automations cook and do what they do, and then it's been created on Facebook. Let me hop back into Facebook. Now that I'm back in Facebook, I'm going to click on the reload button. As you can see, no post has been made. And then once I reload, giving some time, scroll down, and there we go. The post has been made. So this over here, highlighted, was summarized in this Facebook over here, this Facebook post over here by this automation over here. So now that this automation works, let's do one for the rest of the social media posts. So we're going to be doing LinkedIn next. Search LinkedIn, click on LinkedIn, create a user text post. You're going to connect your account the same way for content. Yeah, so you're going to click on add connection over here in connection type. You're going to click on LinkedIn. It's going to be connection name is going to be my LinkedIn connection. You're going to click on save. It's going to take you to LinkedIn. You're going to log it. You're going to sign in. And then it's going to make the connection for you over here. So since my LinkedIn connection is already there, what we do now is that we're going to add the content, and the content is going to be the same thing as Facebook. We're going to take it from choices. We're going to select message, and we're going to select content. Now, I must say, this prompt over here is the same prompt as this prompt over here. This prompt over here was designed for Facebook and not for LinkedIn. Now, if you want the LinkedIn prompt, check the link in description. You're going to get access to version 1 of this prompt. Version 2 is a more premium version of this prompt. So once you've done that, now comes the hard platform, the most difficult platform to create a connection for, which is Twitter. But first, we have to test this automation and see that it works for LinkedIn, of course. So I'm going to pull up my LinkedIn account and then I'm going to have a look at that. So I'm going to just select choose where to start, choose manually for now. And then I'm going to click that newsletter data we put into Google Sheets. Let me just pull up LinkedIn quickly. All right, so as you see on my LinkedIn account, like the last post that was made was 2 weeks ago. That's fine. I'm gonna hop back into make, and then I'm gonna click on run once, and then I'm gonna let this do its thing. It's gonna post to Facebook as well once again. So Facebook, I'm gonna reload Facebook and see if it still works for Facebook. Let that load, and then yeah, here's the Facebook one, and then the LinkedIn one. I'm gonna share this tab over here, and then I'm gonna refresh. So you can see the last post was made 2 weeks ago, and then now that it's refreshing, here it is over here. So now that it checks out for both Facebook and LinkedIn, I'm gonna move this up over here. We're gonna copy, duplicate this module over here. We're gonna clone this module over here, the ChatGPT module. I'm gonna connect it to the router, and now I'm gonna be doing the most difficult app of them all, which is Twitter. So we're going to click on Twitter, which is X, and then we're going to click on create a post. Now, this used to be fairly simple to create, I think about 3 months ago, but now it's become super, well, not complicated, just become really nerdy. What you're going to do is that you're going to click on add connection, and then it's going to ask you for a client ID and a client secret. What you're going to do is that you're going to go to, let me just get this tab and put it here, then share this tab instead. You're going to go to developer.x.com, and then you're going to be in the developer platform, of course. You're going to sign in with your x.com account. I'm going to use a different account because I have my account already logged in on Make, but I'm just going to use a different account. Okay, now that that's out the way, I'm going to go over to developer.x.com. Delete all this nonsense. Developer.x.com. Since I'm already signed into X, I'm going to hop into the developer portal. Okay. And then it's going to take me here. I'm going to click on sign up for free accounts. describe all my use cases. Let me just get this quickly. Okay, so I already wrote what I'm going to be using it for, all my use cases, etc. on a different Google Doc, and I'm just gonna paste it in here. I'm gonna, yes, I understand that I may not resell, and then I'm like, I understand that my developer account may be a terminator. If I, yes, I understand that, and I accept the terms. And I click on submit, and then I'm gonna be taken to this page over here. Now, because Make is looking for a client ID and a client secret, we're going to be able to find that in this app over here, which is we go to app settings, and then we're going to scroll down. We're going to click on user authentication settings. We're going to set this up. And then for app permissions, you want to read, write, and direct message. For the type of app, it's going to be a web app, automated app, or bot. And then for the app info, we have to go back to Make for that. Let me just find that documentation. Do, 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 do. So yeah, here we go. On the screen, I'm going to be looking for, should this tab instead. We're going to be looking for the callback URI and the redirect URL and the website URL. So let's hop back into the documentation on Make. I'm going to leave this in the link in the description as well. So I recommend following along and getting the files from there. So the callback URI, the first one is this one over here. Let's just copy and paste this. So I'm highlighting it with my mouse. Then I'm hitting Control, which is the CTRL button, and C at the same time so that it's copied to my clipboard. I'm gonna copy the second one as well. The second one is also the callback URI or the redirect URL. I don't know which one it is. Hitting the CTRL C button on my laptop, and then it's going to be copied to the clipboard as well. And then the last one is the website URL. Hitting the CTRL and C button so I can copy that to my clipboard as well. Okay, it's same link. So these two are the same link. So only need two of these links. So this is the first link, this is the second link, and this is also the third link, which is this over here. So we're gonna go back into the developer dashboard, the callback URI. Let me paste this. It's the first link over here. Then I'm gonna add another URI or URL, and then it's going to be the second link from that string of link that we did in the documentation. And then for the website URL, we're going to select this one over here. Perfect, which is basically this link over here. So this link is this link over here. Just want you guys to be aware of that. Organization name, just gonna call this Make Automations. And the organization URL, leave that blank, 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 blank. You hit on save. Then yes. Then here's the client's ID. We're gonna copy that. Go to the when I go here, the client secrets, we're going to copy that, just copy to clipboard. The client's ID, we're going to paste that. That was this one over here. And the client secrets, we're going to paste that, hit save, and then it's going to redirect us to this tab over here. And then it's going to click on yes, continue. So I'm going to do I want to allow Make to create this connection? Yes, I do. Then it's going to take me to another tab to where I have to authorize it. Then I'm going to authorize the app. And then it's going to verify the connection. And just like that, you have made your Twitter connection. Now, this part is obviously very complicated. So if you struggle, just link in the description below. You'll find everything you need in there. And then for the text content, we're going to go to choices. We're going to select on message, that little arrow, and then we're going to click on content. And then I'm going to click on okay. And then I want to test. Let me just unlink this over here, and then unlink that over there. I'm gonna click on choose where to start, and then I'm gonna go choose manually. Unfortunately, we have to do this because we're still in the testing phase of these automations. I'm gonna click on OK, and then I'm going to run this once. And then I'm gonna hop into my Twitter. Let me just go find that x.com home. So the automation is currently still running. Oh yeah, so there's something that I didn't add over here. Just want to add it to the prompt. Once again, you'll be able to find this prompt in the description below. I'm just not going through it because that just makes the video longer than it's supposed to be, and longer than it should be. So I'm not going to do that. Let me just go here, and then I'm going to type it in. I hit OK, and then choose where to start, choose manually, and then I'm going to hit that over there. I'm going to hit click OK, and then I'm going to click run once, and I'm going to let that automation. Wait, what? Okay, so I'm going to click on choose where to start. I'm going to click on choose manually. Then I'm going to click on the newsletter that I had in place. And then I'm going to, okay, first off, I need to show you guys. I switched over back to my normal Twitter account because the other one, I think the problem might have been that it's a new account. So automating posts may have like put up a red flag for X or Twitter. May have been like, okay, this account is like a bot account. We don't like spammy accounts, all that nonsense. So, anyways, I'm back on my normal Twitter account. As you can see, there's been no posts that have been made on it. I'm gonna hop back into make, and then I'm going to run this automation. I'm gonna hit run once, and then as you can see, the post has been made. I'm gonna reload the screen over here. Reloading, and there we go. Very simple post, and yeah, just like that, we have learned something new. So I'm just going to connect the rest of the modules to this, and then I'm going to rerun it for one last time just to check that it's working. So I've just reconnected the ChatGPT modules. As you can see, I've reconnected them. So how you reconnect them is that once they've unlinked, you just take this like little knob over here, you bring it back to the router, and then they receive all this data. So I've reconnected all of them, and now I'm just gonna run it for one last time for each and every single platform. I've already done the whole process of, hey, I'm gonna choose where to start, I'm gonna choose manually, and then I'm going to set the newsletter that I want it to be done. We're gonna automate this once we've confirmed that every single part of this scenario works. I'm gonna hit on run once, and then I'm gonna go to the different pages, which is LinkedIn, Facebook, etc. And then I'm gonna have a look if they have been automated. So for the Twitter module, I'm gonna put the max completion tokens to about four. Let me put a 300 so that it's not going over the character limits for Twitter. Because what it's doing over here is that it's going over the character limits, which is why the error is being shown. So yeah, I'm gonna run it once again. There we go. It's posted to Twitter. I'm gonna have a look at Twitter now. Let me reload this. And there we go. It's made it over there. I just need to fix this link part over here. And then for LinkedIn, it's so as you can see, LinkedIn has been posted. I just deleted the Facebook one, my bad. But yeah, it also posted on Facebook, which is great. So for the Twitter prompt, I didn't tell it to add a link to the end because yeah, it's just going to take too much character spaces and then it's not going to upload. So for Twitter, it doesn't really add the links to the newsletter. Everything that you want and that you need to be able to run this automation and everything you need to succeed will be in the link in description below. Basically what I did, I right clicked here and then I chose where to start and then I selected since ID2 and I clicked on OK and then I set this to on demand. I save that and then I clicked on run once. Basically, the way ID1, ID2 works is that in your Google Sheets, you're going to see these numbers next to like the columns. These numbers going down. This is like number one, then there's number two, and there's number three, right? Those are your IDs. Then you have like your A, B, C. Those are your columns. So ID1 is just basically the titles for the columns, like the title of the newsletter, the title of the content, and the newsletter link. Because I selected run since specific ID and I chose ID number two, it's gonna say, okay, I already did ID number two. Let me go do ID number three. And then I'm gonna hit on run once. So it is giving me problems. I'm gonna run this again. Yeah, so Twitter does that. The ChatGPT prompt over here does that occasionally. You're just going to want to just run it again, regardless of whether it does that, and then it's going to be fixed. And then, as you can see, it's uploaded to Facebook. Here it is. Just reload that. LinkedIn as well, and then Twitter too. The guys on Twitter probably gonna be so worried. Like, why is this bro posting the same thing over and over again? But anyways, so that's about everything you need to succeed. Once again, you can find everything in the link in description below. Everything you need to succeed will be there for completely free. All you have to do is just fill out the form and you're gonna get it emailed directly to you. Also, another thing I want to mention, just in case it didn't get recorded, because like I don't know, but I need to find like new video recording software. Basically, for the ChatGPT module, I for the ChatGPT module that's connected to the Twitter module, I set the max completion tokens to 350 because Twitter has like a shorter character limit than Facebook and LinkedIn. So that's why I adjusted the specific module for that. So if you get those Twitter errors, it's because the ChatGPT output is longer than 280 characters. And yeah, that's going to be in the link in the description below. Just follow everything over there. It's completely free. You lose nothing. You only have everything to gain.